Hello guys, welcome to my new video. Today we are talking about a super cool subject: how to create beautiful, amazing, soulful, tasteful, whatever melodic blues lines using only 5 notes, the way that Eric Clapton does. But first of all, if you love the blues and you want to support me, or you just woke up this morning with a very generous and kind mood, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Step number 1, notes. I mentioned before that to create this kind of melodies and this kind of blues lines, we need only 5 notes. And I ain't lying. But where are these notes coming from? Okay, so these notes are coming from a scale called major pentatonic scale. The major pentatonic scale can be as a sort of reduction or short version of the major scale, with only 5 notes instead of 7. And these notes are the first one, the root note, the second, the major third, the fifth, and the sixth. We are doing this kind of examples in the key of G. Step number 2, finding the notes on the fretboard. Now there are thousands of videos out there explaining how to play major pentatonic scales. For example, in the key of G, you could play like this. Super correct, but it really sounds just like a scale, like an exercise. How can we make it to transform these same notes in a melody? And what I figured out listening to Eric Clapton is that he used sliding technique and just 2 fingers, the first finger and the ring finger. So the same notes, if we get out of the box of playing the traditional way of playing scales, it goes like this. 1, 2, major third. So sliding on the same string between the second and the third. So 1, 2, slide into 3. And then we go 1 string below, 5, 6. 2 fingers, very easy pattern. 3 notes on 1 string, 2 notes on the string below. Again, 1, 2, slide into 3. 5, 6. We repeat the same pattern 1 octave higher here from this root note. So 1, 2, slide into 3, 5, 6. And now again 1 octave higher. Root note G, 1, 2, slide into 3, 5, 6, and like B.B. King would do. Ooh, it's snowing. Step number 3 is about adding some extra Eric Clapton tricks. The sliding technique already helped a lot to transform a simple exercise in something that looks and sounds more like a melody. Now, Eric Clapton used a lot the legato technique, and I want to show you a couple of options you have. The first technique is called hammer-on. Hammer-on works like this. You pick 1 note, and the second one on the same string is just hammered with another finger, alright? So for example, pick, hammer on, alright? If we combine this technique with our sliding thing, it sounds pretty interesting. Something like this. You see that Eric Clapton used this technique in a very specific way, most of the time repeating obsessively a note to add dramatic taste, I suppose, and it works very good. I love it. It sounds like super Eric Clapton to me. Another way to use the legato is creating patterns. Now there is one pattern specifically that for me has like Eric Clapton trademark on it, and it's this one. We need 2 notes on 1 string and 1 note on the string above. Alright, so for example, let's take these 2 notes, 5th and 6th, and the major third on top, okay? The pattern goes like this. It sounds like a joke, but guys, believe me, it's super blues. Especially if you combine it with the hammer-on technique, with the sliding, it sounds so cool. Something like this. Great, I love it. And the next trick I want to show you is about bending. Now, bending is a very delicate subject because you need very, very good intonation. The way we include bendings into this kind of patterns and structures and melody lines is about half-step bendings. They are a little bit easier to be managed, and there is a very simple way to figure them out. So basically the trick is this. You just bend the notes that you play with your ring finger. So not the root note and not the fifth, but second, yes, major third, yes, and sixth, yes. And you get something that sounds more or less like this. Oh yeah.
Yeah, baby! Yeah.
I love it. Let's take a look at the combination of all of these tricks and see what happens. Thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you find it useful. You find all the information about me and my music in the links in the description. Also, I thought it could be useful for you to practice this kind of stuff using the same backing track that I recorded and I used in the intro of the video. You find it for free download on my SoundCloud. Link in the description too. Guys, see you next time.